Hey Cloud Gamers, today we are having a look at Google Stadia versus Amazon Luna playing Grid. Now this is going to start off with a speed test here, both from a cold start, straight into the game, and then we'll have a look at some of the graphics. Ace has managed to get his hands on a Luna invite, so you are seeing this firsthand here. And both are quick to start to their main screen, though there is a two-step process to launch the game on Luna, which slowed it down a little bit at the start there. And you can see at 30 seconds, Stadia is already at the Codemasters screen. But Luna's only 8 seconds behind, so it's still pretty quick. And Stadia's at the title screen there at 40 seconds. And Luna at 49 seconds, so only 9 seconds in it. But then as we go into the event here and start the event, Luna seems to catch up a little bit. We get to the race start screen there on Stadia at 1 minute 5, and we get to the start screen for the race on Luna at 1 minute 12. So 7 seconds between the two of them, that's pretty impressive. Stadia is definitely starting to lose ground on the speed of start versus some of the others here, so Luna is definitely nipping at its heels here. As we move over to the race start here to do some direct graphics comparison, Google Stadia here is running in the Chrome browser on a PC, and Luna is obviously using its client here. Luna does seem to have slightly better quality here. It certainly looks like it's got better contrast and colours. However, as we cut across the grass there, we did see a little bit of a blur. So we're definitely seeing some of the compression artifacts there on the Luna side more than on the Stadia side. Both are looking quite smooth on the frames per second, but I would not be able to hazard a guess at what frame rate this is running at. If anything, I would say probably 30 frames per second. But I could be wrong, as I'm still not quite fully trained up in 30 versus 60 here. I'm sure that will change as I get more experience with these and also get the higher rigs, as I'll soon have a 3080 to start comparing a lot of this with. But overall they are both running very smooth. As we go to just the Amazon Luna side here, for some reason the 5.1 audio here is quite low. As we come down the straight there, it's looking very smooth, but as we switch around this corner again, we get a little bit more of that compression artifact. But otherwise looking very smooth. I do like the contrast on the Luna side. I think some of the contrast is lost in the Chrome versions, so having the native client definitely does give some higher contrast. And it certainly does show here. Again, as we're coming into those fast-paced sections, we're seeing a little bit of stutter there from the Luna. And again, some more of those compression artifacts if you're looking at the grass as we come round there. But it's very minor considering it's a fast-paced game, and also not the most graphically intense. So you are expecting to lose some of that quality outside of around the car. As we switch over to the Google Stadia side, we can see that it actually looks a little bit smoother here. And I would say that maybe actually the Stadia side is running at 60 frames per second with the Luna version at 30. As we do a power slide around the corner, we're not seeing any of those compression artifacts here. It does look a little bit smoother across the lines there. You can definitely see that the contrast or the colour variation is not as vast as the Luna side, and I do think that this is because of the Chrome browser. It doesn't seem to be able to render the range in contrast as well as native clients. I see this quite a lot against things like Shadow PC and GeForce Now, where they've got the native clients. But considering it's running in a browser, it is still being very clear here. So I do think that the Google Stadia version still has a bit of an edge over Luna, whereas Luna is still in beta. They can improve on this going forwards. So it's very early days for the Luna side, and I can't wait to see what Luna does to enhance that quality, because Stadia really has got some competition now. As we go back side by side here, once again you see that quality difference, especially on the coloration, but again you see some of those compression artifacts, and it definitely does look like Amazon Luna is running at a lower frame rate as well, especially as we come around those corners. We see a bit more stutter, whereas on the Stadia side it is very smooth. Can't wait to see where this goes with Luna, and we will be keeping an eye on these two very closely moving forwards, especially with the next gen just around the corner. So there'll be plenty of comparisons across all of these systems. Let me know what you think in the comments, which one you think looks best and which seems to perform the best. Thanks for watching, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time.